It has been nearly 2 years since Ford broke ground at Blue Oval City in West Tennessee. The campus in Stanton continues to take shape as the automaker sets its sights on changing the landscape through their multi-billion-dollar project. Vanessa Parker is the Director of Employee Relations at Ford Blue Oval City, and she's joining us this morning with an update on the site's progress and their hiring process. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I know. Everybody was so excited when they heard the Blue Oval was coming. What's it been like up to now when you look at the hiring and the jobs?
You know, it's really amazing to see how far we've come. You know, just a couple short years ago, it was just a field, and now you can look and see all the construction taking place. There's a lot of information out there on exactly how that's going, and you see that progress, and we're certainly proud to be on track and on schedule for that. But what you don't see are some of the things that we're doing behind the scenes, and that is preparing for our people. So our hiring is supposed to start next year, and so we're doing different things. We have about 75 people on staff now that are management people from all over the world in those top positions with the expertise needed to build this plant of the future. So we're really excited about all the work that we're doing right now to prepare.
Well, I know that the community at large has been wanting to prepare for what you have to offer because it's such a big deal for the region. Can you just speak to some of the positions and some of the skill sets that you're looking for?
Absolutely, and the community has been amazing. There's just been so many of the universities, the TCATs, HBCUs, the high schools, and even K-12 that just want to do whatever they can to prepare the people here, because that's what we want to employ, are the people that are here and get them prepared. So we'll have technical roles, we'll have more professional roles, and just about everything in between. So we are doing different things to get certifications that may not have existed before. For example,
oh, great.
Lean manufacturing, absolutely. University of Memphis putting in a manufacturing supervisor bachelor's program, and that doesn't just help Ford. This helps the whole region. You know, as we look at other industries and other things that are booming here in Memphis, the greater Memphis area and the rural communities around West Tennessee, we need to grow together. And so that's what we want to do, is look at this holistically.
Wow. Okay. And so if you could speak to some of the actual jobs that they'll be doing. So I think, okay, they're electric cars. So what are some of the things that they'll be doing?
So at the Blue Oval City campus, if you look at it as a campus, you see, you know, the battery plant itself, that's Blue Oval SK. They are doing some hiring right now. The Ford plant will be the assembly plant, which will build the truck. The T3 is the project code name. We can't announce what it's going to be called yet, but it's the next generation electric truck. And so those, just to assemble that, there's processes along the way. So we have stamping, we have paint, we have our body shop, we have our trim, chassis, final. So these jobs will all be in technical work teams. You'll have maintenance work teams, and those people will be doing different things to troubleshoot, to operate, but it's highly technical. So in terms of your tablet that you have and people can operate, we will teach people how to use that and how to communicate with whatever process is in place. It sounds very complicated, but we are doing everything to build that robust training program to make people very comfortable with what they're going to be doing.
And Ford's been around forever, so you have systems in place, so that's what's really good. Talk about the Brownsville Career Center.
Yes, so in downtown historic Brownsville, it is not open yet, so we're going to do a grand opening. We're doing some planning and different things to put into that Ford Tennessee Discovery Center. So what we want to do with that space is help people understand what it looks like to walk through the plant. So there'll be virtual reality simulations. There will be different games that you can play, just interactive things. But what also is cool about it is some Ford history memorabilia. So look forward to being able to showcase all of that when those doors open. But importantly, people will be able to interact with Ford employees and find out more about the jobs, apply for those jobs, see what's open at the time. So as we get closer to hiring is kind of that timeline of when we'll be opening those doors.
Can you speak to the community and faith leaders who had some concerns about hiring and making sure there's diversity?
Well, what I can tell you is that we are absolutely listening to the community. We are dealing directly with the community. I am from West Tennessee. I don't know if you can tell that by my accent.
Well, hey, I didn't know.
Yes.
Where'd you go to high school?
Well, yes, Dyersburg is a
Okay,
little shout out for the Trojans.
Yeah.
But yes, rural areas that I have lived in my lifetime here in West Tennessee, and then just moved to Memphis. So I'm getting to experience living here. But I will tell you, you know, diversity is important. We want to reflect the workforce that we have with what our community is. So absolutely, we're doing that. I'm going to make sure of that.
Okay, so with regards to the 2026 expectation, right? What does it look like as far as a timeline with hiring and the types of jobs?
Absolutely. So we will be doing a lot of training, that comprehensive training program. Right now we're focusing on our culture and how we're going to do that and make sure people feel valued, appreciated, that they see the paths that lead to that upward mobility that people want a lot of times. And so the planning and, you know, putting people in place that not only have the expertise but have a commitment to the people and the culture here. We have managers from all over the world that are incredible based on their expertise, but more importantly because they want to put the people first. And that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I love talking about. So that's what we're doing to get ready to have a robust onboarding process. So people come in and they feel immediately part of the team, cared for, appreciated, and then, you know, learning the skills along the way.
I know we went over, but I did want to make sure. Did we put any information up that people can contact you? Is there?
So absolutely, the jobs that we will have is blueovalcity.com, and that is what we'll always have. But when we get ready to hire, it's going to be Ford everywhere. As far as our advertising, people will know when those jobs are open.
All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is a big deal.
Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate it.